Hello, this is Jeremy Knight. I currently serve as the pastor here at St. Paul's United Methodist Church. This message is primarily for those that are very much connected to our community of faith here. I have exciting news. It is a joy and an honor to share with you that beginning today, August 1st, on our church staff, we have a new position and a new person filling that position that I want to talk to you about. The Director of Ministry Development is someone who is going to be tasked with doing some really incredible and important work here at St. Paul's. They're going to work to do three primary things. The first is assessing our ongoing ministries here at St. Paul's to make sure that we are not a mile long and an inch deep, that we are focused on what it is that we are called to be doing. What are our gifts and our skills and our talents here so that we can continue to make an impact for God's kingdom here in Ocala. So there's an assessment piece that this person will be engaged in. There's also a revitalization piece. Looking at ministries not to condone anything or to judge them, but to say, how do we take what God is already doing here in our ministries and how do we crank it up a notch? How do we help it be even more successful? How do we help it be even more sustainable for the long term? You all know that we don't have a very large church staff. Therefore, we're not very much a staff-driven church. I've worked on staff-driven churches. I'm not here to judge those things, but we're a lay-driven church here. It's the gifts that you all bring that help invigorate us and help us to live deeper into who God calls us to be. And so the revitalization piece is big for us because we want to make sure that we are taking what we are learning about ourselves through assessing, and we're revitalizing ministry to continue to make really, really powerful impacts for God's love here in Ocala. And the third thing that the Director of Ministry Development will do, because this happens inevitably in this process, is we start to understand where are the opportunities for us to pioneer new things, to try to do things outside of the box and do things that we've never done before, to reach new people in new places and in new ways, and to help folks connect with the love and grace of Jesus Christ in powerful ways. Because remember, we are about the business of making disciples. That is our mission, to make disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of the world. And this Director of Ministry Development understands that, is excited about helping us understand and do better and even pioneer new ways to do ministry here, both inside of our walls, but also outside of our walls. I am beyond thrilled to also share with you that this Director of Ministry Development, who started today, is none other than our own Kelly Hall. Kelly brings an abundance of gifts to this task. She is no stranger to St. Paul's, having previously served as our director of our Christian school here for many, many years. And so her familiarity with us, her tenacity, her gifts, and her skill set are a great match for what we need to help make this position all that it can be over the next several months. Also, as if those tasks weren't enough, the assessment piece, the revitalization piece, and the pioneering piece, Kelly also is going to be focusing on much of her time helping us with our children, youth, and family ministries. This does not mean, hear me, this does not mean she is a ministry director. Her piece is to help us understand what are we doing, that's the assessment piece, what can we revitalize, what can we put some life into, and then what can we pioneer and launch. And so we understand as church leaders, as we've been walking through this together here just recently, that this is a great point of emphasis, and Kelly's going to bring a lot of energy and life to that, and we're really, really excited about that. I speak for our leaders when I say that this is a gift. I hope you see this as a gift as well. This grant-funded position, grant-funded, which means that the compensation is not going to affect our church budget. Grant-funded position, this opportunity to employ this part-time, this is a part-time position, is such a gift. We're excited that Kelly's gifts matched up with this, that there's someone that is a part of who we are, that cares about the life of our church in such a way that feels called to fill this role. So Let me answer a couple of questions because there may be already questions popping up in your mind. And to anticipate some of those, let me say a few things to answer some questions. As I just mentioned, this is a grant-funded and contracted position that's part-time. So it's part-time, all right? So it's not a full-time position. We're not creating another long-term position. We're not creating a ministry director position. We're not hiring someone to do youth ministry or children's ministry. We're hiring a ministry development person for 10 months to help us assess, revitalize, and launch new things. Kelly's going to be that person. Grant-funded, so it doesn't hit our bottom line. It's a gift. Oh, is it a gift? Also, we have people on our staff already that serve us in a volunteer capacity. They don't collect any compensation for their roles here, which are vital. Let me say very clearly, they are vital to our church life and being successful in creating worship and having opportunities for our children. We had the opportunity to meet with them, to talk to them very candidly as this position started to emerge. And they are 100%, let me say this, they are 100% on board with this position and are excited about what the fruits of this labor are going to be for our church. So just know that those things we're very mindful of, and we're so very grateful to our volunteer coordinators that help make ministry happen here. All right? If you have any questions, let us know. If you want to reply to this email, I won't be able to respond immediately because, as many of you are aware, I'm away this week on vacation, but I felt it was so important that I went ahead and recorded this before I left, that we sent it to you so that you could understand and be excited about what God has gifted to us through this position, through the grant that's making it happen, through our leaders who helped put this together and has helped shepherd it this far, and for Kelly for stepping forward and saying, this is something that I want to do. This is something I want to do to help not only St. Paul's, but most importantly, help build God's kingdom here at Ocala. All right? Grace and peace to you all. Have a wonderful week, and let's celebrate what God is doing among us. Amen.